The night is silent. The world sleeps. But suddenly you wake up. Your eyes open and for a moment, everything feels different. There is no loud noise, no sudden movement, yet something has stirred you from your sleep. The clock reads 3 a.m. Again. Your heartbeat is steady, but deep inside you feel a presence. It's as if something is calling you, pulling you into awareness. You try to shake it off, but the feeling lingers. Why does this keep happening? Why always at this exact time? What if I told you, this is no accident? What if I told you that 3 a.m. is not just another hour of the night, but a sacred moment? A moment when the physical and the spiritual realms are closest. A moment when God Himself is calling His chosen ones. Very few will ever understand what this means. Only 1% will recognize the truth. But if you're here right now listening to this message, it means you were meant to hear it. You have been awakened, not just from sleep but from something far greater. This is your invitation. The question is, will you answer? Before we go deeper, I need you to take one step. Acknowledge this moment. White heavy check mark like this video to confirm that you've received this message. Writing hand comment I am ready below, to declare that you are stepping into your purpose. Bell subscribe and turn on notifications because what you're about to hear could change everything. Now take a deep breath. What happens next will shift your understanding forever. There is a reason why you keep waking up at 3 a.m. It's not just a random sleep cycle disruption, it's a divine invitation. This is the hour when God calls His chosen ones, those who are ready to receive a deeper revelation, a higher purpose, a message that few will ever hear. Throughout history, God has always spoken in the silence. Moses was called to the mountain alone. Samuel heard the Lord's voice in the quiet of the night. Paul received divine visions while the world was asleep. And now you are being called in the same way. Not everyone is chosen for this. But if you are waking up at this sacred hour, it means something is shifting within you. God is awakening your spirit. At 3 a.m. the distractions are gone. The noise of the world fades. This is when your mind is most open, your soul is most sensitive. What you feel in these moments is not just restlessness. It is a spiritual signal. A call to listen. A call to respond. But will you answer? Too many people ignore the signs and go back to sleep. They dismiss the feeling, telling themselves it's nothing. But you are different. If your heart is stirring at this hour, it is because God is trying to reveal something to you. Something life-changing. The question is, will you stay awake long enough to receive it? When God wakes you up at 3 a.m., it is not to disturb you, it is to draw you closer. This is an invitation into His presence, a sacred moment of connection that many seek but few truly experience. This is not just another hour of the night. This is your meeting with the divine. In the Bible, we see that those closest to God withdrew in solitude to hear His voice. Jesus Himself prayed in the early hours before dawn, seeking strength and guidance. He knew that in the quiet of the night, when the world was silent, the voice of God was clearest. This is why you are waking up. You are being called to something deeper, to receive wisdom, revelation, and direction for your life. But this is where many hesitate. They feel the pull but they don't know what to do. If this is happening to you, take it as a sign to act. Do not reach for your phone. Do not roll over and fall back asleep. Instead, get up. Be still. Open your heart and simply listen. God speaks in ways we don't always expect. Through a thought, a scripture, a sudden moment of clarity. But only those who pause to listen will hear what He is saying. If you keep waking up at 3 a.m., it means something is being placed on your spirit. Pay attention. Write down what you feel, what you dream, what thoughts come to your mind in these moments. Patterns will begin to emerge. You will start to see the message. And when you do, everything will change. There is a reason why 3 a.m. feels different. Some call it the witching hour, a time often associated with mystery and darkness. But for those who are spiritually awake, this hour carries an entirely different meaning. It is the moment when the veil between the seen and unseen is at its thinnest. In the physical world, this is the time when the body is at its lowest energy level. But spiritually, it is the peak of divine revelation. When you wake up at this hour, you are experiencing a shift beyond the natural. This is why you feel something in the air. This is why you can't just go back to sleep. Your spirit is being drawn into a higher awareness, a moment where heaven is speaking, and only those who are ready will hear it. Throughout history, profound moments of divine revelation have happened in the stillness of night. Paul and Silas worshipped in prison at midnight, and their chains broke. Jacob wrestled with God until daybreak and walked away transformed. These moments of encounter were not random, they were signs that something greater was unfolding. So the question is, what is unfolding for you? What is God trying to reveal in these sacred moments of awakening? If you keep waking up at 3 a.m., it is because something is shifting in your life. Pay attention. The answers you have been seeking may be waiting for you in these quiet hours. When God wakes you up at 3 a.m., He is not just calling, you are being prepared. This is not a random moment of wakefulness, it is a shift in your spirit. Something is changing. Something is being revealed. And only those who recognize it will experience true transformation. Many people spend their lives searching for purpose, clarity, and direction. They chase after answers, hoping for a sign. Yet, when the sign comes, when God Himself wakes them in the stillness of the night, they ignore it. But if you are here, if this has been happening to you, then you have been chosen for something greater. Think about the great figures of faith. Moses did not become a leader overnight. He was called to the mountain for divine instruction. Joseph did not step into his destiny immediately. He received prophetic dreams in the silence of the night. Jesus fasted and withdrew before walking into His greatest mission. Every great transformation begins with a moment of isolation, a moment of awakening. This is your moment. But transformation requires action. When you wake up at 3 a.m., do not dismiss it. Get up. Pray. Write down what you feel, even if it doesn't make sense. Over time, the patterns will become clear. The guidance will be undeniable. Because when God wakes you at 3 a.m., He is not just waking your body, He is awakening your purpose. At 3 a.m., when the world is at its quietest, God is the closest. This is not a moment of fear or confusion. It is a moment of deep, unconditional love. When He wakes you, it is not to burden you, but to remind you that you are never alone. Many people carry silent battles, doubts, fears, unanswered prayers. In the darkness of the night, they wonder if anyone truly sees them, if anyone truly understands what they are going through. And then, suddenly they wake up. Not by chance. Not by accident. But because God is whispering, I am here. I have always been here. The Bible says in Isaiah 41 verse 10, Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. If you are waking up at this sacred hour, take comfort. This is not a sign of isolation, but of divine presence. You are being drawn into a deeper embrace, a deeper understanding of His love and guidance. So the next time you find yourself awake at 3 a.m., do not resist it. Embrace it. Let it be a reminder that you are seen, you are chosen, and most importantly, you are loved beyond measure. If you are waking up at 3 a.m., this is not a coincidence. This is your calling. But now the choice is yours. Will you embrace it or will you turn away? This is not just another restless night. This is your moment of awakening. God is stirring something deep within you, unlocking clarity, direction, and transformation. But He will not force you to listen. He is waiting for you to respond. When you wake up at this sacred hour, do not ignore it. Do not dismiss it. Do not roll over and fall back asleep. Get up. Pray. Listen. Write down what comes to you. Because what is revealed in these moments will shape your future. The greatest transformations happen when people choose to obey. Moses climbed the mountain. Jesus withdrew to pray. Samuel answered when he heard the Lord's voice. Now it is your turn. Will you stay spiritually awake? Will you prepare for what is coming? Because make no mistake, something is coming. And only those who are ready will see it. If this message has spoken to you, this is your confirmation. Do not ignore it. Declare your readiness now. Drop a comment below and write, I am ready. Let this be your first step. Because your transformation begins today. There is a reason why you keep waking up at 3 a.m. It is not random. It is not meaningless. It is a divine moment designed specifically for you. The world wants you to believe that it's just a sleep disturbance, just another restless night. But deep down you know better. Your spirit knows better. This is not just another hour, it is a sacred calling. It is the moment when God Himself is reaching out to you. You have been chosen. And at this very hour, something is happening beyond what your eyes can see. Doors are opening. Battles are being fought on your behalf. A path is unfolding before you. But here's the truth. Only those who are spiritually awake will recognize it. Look around. How many people in your life are truly aware of when God is calling? How many even notice the signs? Very few. And that is why this revelation is not for everyone. If you are here, listening, feeling this message stir something inside of you, then it means this is for you. This is your moment. So now the only question left is, what will you do? Will you ignore the signs, dismissing this as just another night? Or will you embrace the call, step into the unknown, and claim the life that was always meant for you? Because at 3 a.m. the heavens are speaking. And the only ones who will hear are the ones who were always meant to. You were never meant to live an ordinary life. That is why God has been waking you up at 3 a.m. That is why your spirit has been stirred, why you feel that something greater is calling you. Because this is your season of transformation. Now you understand what most people never will. You have been chosen. You have been called. And now the responsibility is yours. Will you step into your purpose, or will you ignore the very moment God has been using to reach you? The truth is, God does not wake just anyone. He wakes those who are ready. If you have felt this message resonate deep in your soul, then this is your confirmation. It is time to step forward in faith. Your life is about to change. Before you leave this video, I need you to take action right now. White heavy checkmark like this video if this message has spoken to you. Writing hand comment, I am ready to declare that you are stepping into your divine calling. Bell subscribe and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning of your journey. You were born for something greater. The signs have been revealed. The message has been delivered. Now the next move is yours.